Introduction to Linear Graphs. A famous French mathematician, René Descartes, created fusion of algebra and geometry. Since this fusion coordinates between two important branches of mathematics, so is called geometry. He introduced methods of representing a point in a plane, that is, method of locating position of a point in a plane algebraically. For this he used a pair of numbers written in a particular or certain order. Since a particular order is to be followed while writing this pair of numbers, so it is called an ordered pair. Coordinates. In a graph paper, mark a point O, draw a horizontal number line passing through O and name it as XOX' and a vertical number line passing through O called YOY'. Thus, you have obtained a pair of intersecting lines perpendicular to each other at O. These lines, XOX' and YOY' are called coordinate axes. The horizontal line, that is XOX' is called the x-axis. The vertical line, that is YOY' is called the y-axis. The point O is called the origin. From this point O, we will measure the horizontal and vertical distances. The plane in which these coordinate axes are drawn is called the Cartesian plane. You can see from figure 2 that the two axes divide the Cartesian plane into 4 parts. Each part is called a quadrant. The 4 quadrants are numbered as quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 and quadrant 4 in the anti-clockwise direction. We read them as quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 and the quadrant 4. Some points to remember. Signs: quadrant, x-coordinate, y-coordinate, point. 1 plus, plus, in the bracket, plus, comma, plus. 2 minus, plus, in the brackets, minus, comma, plus. 3 minus, minus, in the bracket, minus, comma, minus. 4 plus, minus, in the bracket, plus, comma, minus. Example 1. Plot the following points on a graph paper. A in the brackets 4, 5, B in the bracket 3, minus 3, C in the bracket minus 4, 2, D in the brackets minus 5, minus 4, E in the bracket 6, 0, F in the bracket 0, 7, G in the bracket minus 2, 0, H in the bracket 0, minus 5. Solution. Linear patterns. If the plotted points form a straight line, we say that they are forming a linear pattern. Example 1. Look at this table giving the values of x and y and the ordered pairs of these values. X, y, in the bracket x, y. Minus 2, minus 6, in the bracket minus 2, minus 6. Minus 1, minus 3, in the brackets minus 1, minus 3. 0, 0, in the bracket 0, 0. Minus 3, minus 9, in the bracket minus 3, minus 9. 1, 3, in the bracket 1, 3. 2, 6, in the bracket 2, 6. 3, 9, in the bracket 3, 9. 4, 12, in the bracket 4, 12. A. Plot the points in the table on a Cartesian plane. B. Describe the pattern the plotted points are making. C. Find the coordinates of one more point in the pattern. D. Describe the rule that connects x and y. Remember, to draw a graph, 1. Plotting any 3 points is sufficient, and 2. it is important to use an appropriate scale. The scale used in example 1 is 1 centimeter on x-axis is equal to 1 unit of x coordinate. 1 centimeter on y-axis is equal to 1 unit of y coordinate. Reading of distance versus time graph. Let us suppose a car travels at the speed of 40 kilometers per hour. Then the distance d is equal to y travelled by it in x hours can be given by the equation d is equal to y is equal to 40x. Taking y and x as two variables, using the table given below, we can draw the graph of the equation representing relation between time and distance. X 1, 2, 3, y 40, 80, 120. Scale 1 centimeter on x-axis is equal to 1 unit. 1 centimeter on y-axis is equal to 50 units. Read the value of y when x is equal to 5, y is equal to dash, and b, x is equal to 6, y is equal to dash.